Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Gaea Chronicles. Do we want to do a full intro and tell everybody who we're playing today?
Sure.
Well, let's go ahead and do that. I'll start off. Uh, I am Erica, and I am your dungeon mistress for this evening. Uh, to my right,
Hi, I'm Finn. My pronouns are they, them. I'll be playing Penny Land, who is a summoner whose pronouns are also they, them. I also have a dragon named Smooches. To my right,
I guess that's what we're doing. Hi, I'm Riku. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Drolor, also he, him, your student median time wizard.
I'll go way over here. Hi, I'm Connor. I use he, him pronouns. It says so right there. I'm playing Cypress, the Heron-Gone alienist apothecary, who also uses he, him pronouns.
Hey, I'm Damon. He, him pronouns, and I am playing Davin Wilstare, also he, him, who is your Duskblade fighter.
And I'm Dan Sebastian. Use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Norm Almond, Plasmoid Artificer.
all right. Well, last time you guys had rescued the party that you were intended to rendezvous with. Um, you didn't get very much in the way of developing a personal relationship with them. They're extremely professional. And since their job is clandestine operations, they shared only as much as needed to be able to work together effectively. Um, it also prevents me from having to come up with, 6 names and backstories. That's a cheat code for everybody else trying to come into Dungeons and Dragons. Um, it took you 2 days, but moving from your rendezvous site to your safe house into the woods atop one of the ancient sanctuaries, a a camping lodge had been built, and in this space, uh, Davin, you were uh, given the portable boat and the compass. So apparently, they think you're the leader.
Sure. That's that's it. Yeah,
I didn't say they were right. I just said they thought you were the leader.
maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
So, trying to figure out what you were supposed to do next. Um, their leader said that it was on your map. Um, but the map only reveals information when you get to a certain time and place. But you don't have your map anymore, so you're not sure what your next orders are. So we have to figure out how to get new information. So, you've had a long rest. What would you like to do?
Repick my spells.
Take my spells!
Yes. All the spellcasters changing out spells.
Skyride, get the fuck out of here. Unless.
incredibly useful in limited situations.
Very limited situations. Unless I want to be punny and just be like, look, it's written in the stars. It just says,
That
fuck,
part.
yeah, yeah, fuck you.
Ah, trying to. Oh God. So, oh gosh, it's gonna be really weird. And the thing is, if it was a magic map, that doesn't help. It was like, oh, do I remember anything from looking at the map at all? But if there were things that won't be revealed until you get to certain spots, I don't know what they will reveal, nor do I know where the spots are. So it's kind of a what do we do? I will say, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to see if I can try to redraft the map, if nothing else, to get the tiniest inkling of maybe where we need to go. I don't know if that's something I could do.
Well, you guys do have a map, just not the map that you were given.
Ah,
What happened to the map that we were given?
someone burned it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, there's no reason to point fingers.
Right.
Yeah, that person probably feels really bad about it. Has been feeling bad about it for the past like 3 weeks.
Well,
Shame
why
on
don't
that
we
person,
just
really.
why don't we
Well-
just explain to the people that we saved?
That was what I was thinking, Norm, is just like, hey guys.
Because
Yeah.
obviously they know that we're part of this whole organization.
Right.
Why else would we have been there where we were when we were and saved them?
Right. So I will.
So yeah, you go talk to him, David.
Yeah, I guess I'm talking to him. Yay.
Okay.
The 13 charisma. Nice.
I can give you enhanced ability.
Okay.
I pat you on the back and I say, go talk to them, leader, because we both know you're the leader. Looking, we all know you're the leader, and give you Eagle's Splendor advantage on charisma checks.
Nice. So I will, I'm sure they're already up, meandering about, right?
Oh yeah, he's already up making coffee. I mean, he's now that he's back, in a relatively safe location, he's taking the time to shave and get his beard knocked down.
Okay. So I will
Keeping it up
approach.
on the road is a little difficult.
Oh yeah. Kind of rub my chin. Hey, so I think it was last night that I talked about the map, correct?
Dr. Charles Hutnagel gave the first.
Yeah, what about the map?
So we discussed I'm just going to be honest. I think this is this is not a time to be subtle or sparse words. Our map was destroyed. Um, it was an accident. We were being accosted by the enemies, and in the ensuing fight, it got destroyed. So we don't really have anything to go on anymore. I have this map, and I'll pull out the one map that we have, but this is clearly not the map that we were given at the start of this. So I'm just is there anything that can be done? I just I don't know. I don't know if there's anything can be done, but I am just asking if it's possible.
You'd have to go back to the source.
Oh, the source, which was
The people in charge.
right.
Those maps were created with high-level magic, contingencies, scrying,
Ziggy.
and another spell just to hide the fact that the map was magical to begin with.
Ah, it would have been nice to have had just a little bit more information on that. But okay, cool. That is insightful information. It may not help us in this situation, so I don't. At a bit of a loss. Yeah. So thank you so much for giving me that. We can
I mean,
see what.
you're not far.
Okay.
I mean, you know where you met them.
Do I?
I mean, I guess it's been a while. Few years, literally.
Yeah, it has been a few years.
This is where we met all of our instructors.
Was that where we met them? Was it nearby? Above table? I'm trying to remember.
We were in the southern section of the central continent, in a town that I remember what it's called. Hang on, everybody, calm down.
Finley.
Godfrey.
Godfrey is where y'all met up just over a month ago.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, I understand. Yes, Finley
3
was.
years ago, you
Yeah.
guys were in Finley when you met her.
Right.
Yeah. Let's. Cypress looks up from scribbling notes in some kind of journal and goes, "Maybe we should just, go back to,
Friendly.
yeah, that. It's like right there."
So we aren't that far as I'm looking at the map, beautifully crafted. Oh, and there's a river, or a stream, well, river probably. So we could technically go across, and find them again if that's something we think we can do. Kind of turn to the group.
Penny's just been outside staring into the middle distance since the revelation about the map.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just start heading that way.
I think that may be our next step, at least, because we can't really get to where we need to go without the map. and we kind of need to get where we need to go. So
How much more days were we supposed to be there? Over table. Out of character.
I think
You wouldn't have to go there if you had had your original map.
Right, no, I mean, like, they told us we had to be, like, at Idris or whatever, a certain amount of days.
No.
oh dear.
Oh, okay.
They said that they had recently come from Idris.
Oh, I meant, like, whenever we initially...
We just needed to like meet the rendezvous in X amount of days.
Oh, okay, and this
Which
is the
this is
rendezvous.
the rendezvous.
Okay, so let's
The
go find those
rendezvous,
people.
as some would
So
say.
this mission is sort of accomplished, but the map would have given us our next location, is what I'm gathering.
Yep.
But since we don't have the map, we
Yeah.
now have to go back to Idris and
No, Finley.
Finley. Wow,
Yes.
words are hard. Go back to Finley and potentially request another map, or if nothing else, maybe see if there's anything else we need to do. That sounds like a plan.
How far away?
That sounds like the best thing we can do at this point is get to Idris or Finley. God damn it.
Davin, did you sleep all right? Do you need like
I did.
Okay,
I slept
All right.
great. For the,
great. That's great. I'm happy for you.
Damon's brain is fucked up. That's
Oh,
what
okay,
it is.
Damon, did you sleep all right?
No.
Oh.
But it's okay. I'll be fine. It's just Finley. We're going to Finley. We need to head to Finley. There, I've said it 3 times. It should now be in my head. Okay. All right. So if there's nothing else, I guess we can start packing up and making our way to Finley.
Every time we say Finley, I immediately am like, oh no, somebody's addressing me.
We'll just call it Finsville.
Just call it Finland.
Finland. Yeah, there we go. That's right, Ziggy.
Hell yeah, Ziggy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that the climate and topography of Finley and Finland are quite similar.
Okay. If there's nothing else here, we'll have like breakfast, and I'm assuming they're heading in a different direction than we are.
We don't have any orders yet
So you guys are just gonna stay put?
until the orders come in.
Okay, well, toodaloo.
Or no, that's not. I don't know if that's a good idea.
You can't take all of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think we can take all of them, especially not on the boat. I'm assuming not on the boat. I'm assuming the boat is only for 1, 2, 3, 4,
Probably
5.
6 max people.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, if nothing else, we'll say our farewells and then make our way on to Finley.
So as you gather your things up, pack your bags, repack your bags, you guys head out and leave the safety of the ancient sanctuary.
Yay.
You begin traveling westward.
Mhm.
You get about a half a day in until you. What's your passive perception checks?
My passive
minus,
is 12.
minus 16.
15.
84.
12.
I gave Finn an enhanced perception check spell.
It's called anxiety.
What's your actual total, Penny?
15.
15? Okay. So the DC was only 15. So
Hell yeah.
several of you start to notice as you guys crouch down, hearing the sounds ahead of you, you hear and then see 3 goblins, blue skinned with white tribal paint.
What's the size?
This tribal paint sort of adorns the areas around their head and eyes. They don't seem to be carrying any weapons.
What's the size of their heads?
Slightly larger than average.
Oh no!
Oh!
I'm sorry. We must prepare ourselves. Everyone, close your minds off.
Norm, are those the mind goblins?
I think so. We're in Mind Goblins country.
Davin, do you know what the mind goblins are?
I don't think so.
They come from a larger tribe called the Sugandis.
I think they're a special psionic breed of goblins.
I only heard of them from some bars in Adelaide every now and then.
Huh.
Don't
You
they have a
guys started
special
this.
move called
I'm just
Ligma?
running with it.
I am very afraid.
You should be.
I don't.
You must be very careful.
So we should be stealthy.
Just don't think.
As you're watching them, they pass by a nearby pear tree as each of them just reach up. Unable to reach the branches, they literally just telekinetically pull on the fruit as it leaps into their hand as they begin to eat.
Nope. Nope.
Huh. That's great. So
How hard pressed are we on going to Finley?
well, we kind of need to get there to
Yeah.
keep going
Okay.
forward.
Okay, fair enough.
And
All
it'd
right.
be great to get there in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
Well, physically or mentally?
Oh.
Probably would be nice.
Oh,
Hmm. Well, There's no guarantee of that.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of a preferable thing, Norm. But I don't. Looking at the goblins, are they like? Do they have adventure gear with them? Like, what's their gear setup look like?
But they're carrying next to nothing.
Okay.
They don't need any gear. They have their minds.
They
Well,
don't. Yeah, they don't
yes.
need tools.
But also, like, that must mean that there's a larger settlement nearby, and if we could do our very bestest to not piss them off, that seems like the right choice to make.
Now, how aggressive are the mind goblins?
So
know?
far, you've seen them walking side by side. You've seen them eat fruit.
Can I do like a history or a nature check to see like are they attack on sight or are they the like curious kind?
Absolutely.
Which would you prefer?
History or nature would be appropriate.
Oh, perfect, because I like history better because I have a +6 in that.
I have a +5. I'll also do history.
Does a 15? Okay, Norm beats me.
It's only fitting.
I mean, like it's pretty par for course.
Since I was the one that brought him up.
You memed them into existence in this game.
Honestly.
So the mind goblins are actually far more passive than standard goblin tribes. Their bodies are thinner and frailer. They're far more intelligent than their kin. Some of the other key factors about them is that they're vegetarians.
Doesn't mean they won't kill us.
Well, honestly, they'll probably keep us alive to dissect us.
That's what I would do.
Penny, you know that's not true.
Have I met mind goblins before? Is that how I know it's not true?
Creatures this psychically active would feel the pain and emotions of any people they hurt.
Norm,
Or animals.
they're empaths.
So if we yell at them a lot, they'll not bother us.
No, I think if we just ignore them wholly, it'll be. I like that Damon dropped a GIF of Smurfs in our Discord chat and then just promptly just disappeared from stream.
Yeah.
It's called hitting wrong button.
Your joke was too funny.
You smurfed us.
It was so funny. It knocked me off the. Anyway, no, that was just my own dumb self. Anywho.
Yeah, they're empaths. I don't think we have anything to worry about. We should just avoid them.
Cool. So let's do that. Let's
Okay.
just get around, move around them, and give them a wide berth.
As you continue to watch them, as you try to circumvent their path, you can see as they've come up to a walnut tree, and each of them just places their hands out as they stand around the tree. And each of them lobs a telekinetic blast into the trunk of the tree, shaking it, dropping walnuts by the dozens.
Mind Goblin and their nuts.
God damn it.
Cypress starts taking notes and then gets the joke and just snaps the notebook closed and slides it back in its sleeve. All right,
Hey,
are we gonna go make friends?
Yeah,
What?
Cypress, do you want to go make friends? Because you can do that weird mental telepathic shite.
I mean, I can do different stuff. I can't do that stuff. That's why I'd be able. Yeah, no, I'll go up and I'll start.
No, we're good. We don't need to. Cypress, wait, come back.
Okay, that's fine.
No,
I
it's
won't.
fine. I came up with the idea, so it can't possibly be a bad idea, right?
Right. As long as
Yeah.
we don't burn anything, we should be
I-
fine.
I've got such a good track record so far, Dan.
Absolutely.
Damn it, what are you worried about?
Just
Yeah.
don't burn any MacGuffins, Cypress. Okay.
Yeah, and
Don't-
it's not like I
yeah.
have fire powers and then like.
Don't let them
little-
give you any maps for me to destroy. It'll be fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no maps for Penny. We'll be fine. Hey, hey down there. Hi. How are you? How you all doing?
As soon as you start shouting towards them, they all look up surprised and then like jump behind a log and hide.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that is a good fear response. Very healthy. I approve. I too would do the same thing. Hello. I'm Cypress. I've got kind of my friends over here. We're going on a little bit of a trail path. Don't really want to say road trip, but we're heading out. So we saw you down there. Just wanted to say hi. Hope you're doing okay. See if All right. Well, I'm just gonna go back this way. It's nice meeting you all. You little
Cypress, at this
friends.
point, you're like realizing you feel a very familiar presence.
Mm.
As all of a sudden, the words, "not hurt us," as one of the mind goblins begins to peek over the log.
I will. Let's see. What do I? I don't have anything that would be helpful here. I mean, I do, but not.
Cypress, ask if they have any lotus for us to eat.
Okay. I'll be stopped basically like mid-wave goodbye, and I'll put the hand down, and center my mind, and look at them and say, no hurt, just friends passing by. We can go if you want, or we can talk if you want.
As you say friends, the other two like peek up as well. And they're just sitting. With your ears, you'd be taller than them, but since your ears, traditionally, you keep them down if you're not in a fear response, they're actually just a little bit taller than you.
Okay.
So as they like start coming out behind the log, they're very apprehensive. But they sit here and like start trying to wave.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wave back. If there's like an amount of distance between us, I would like to. So I looked at their gear before to kind of figure out if they're like scouts or if they're solo adventures carrying most of their stuff or what their like kind of status is. Can I look and see like how healthy they are?
They seem quite healthy.
Mm.
Um, their their gear is, essentially little more than like spun cloth with small bags and pouches.
Okay. Yeah, still in my mind. I'll kind of settle in and so it looks like you're from around here. I think uh, that's great. We're passing through. I'm from the Wildfield on another continent to the west. We all come from kind of all over the place, and we met through happenstance, and we're traveling together now. Do you have like a camp nearby, or some place that maybe we could rest or trade or see if we can help out in any way?
Wild fields?
Yes. Yeah, and the Living Lake specifically for me. I was born in the wild field, but I did most of my work in my early life on the shores of the Living Lake.
How safe?
Um, it's called the wild field for a reason, but we get along fine.
Um, we stay.
Stay here?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You stay there, and I'll stay over here. Um, do you? I'll with this, like an ear will go up and rotate back over to the rest of the everyone. Would you mind if I bring in some of my friends into this conversation too?
Friends?
Yes, friends.
As they start to get out from the log and they start moving closer to you,
Mm,
they stop about 20 feet away
hmm
and they seem nervous and skittish. Um, but they're waiting.
Uh, okay. Give me just a moment, and I'll walk back to the group and say, so they communicate mentally. I'm gonna go back and continue talking. Do you guys want to get looped in? I can take three of you in.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
cool.
I don't.
Okay,
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
in? I'll put my hand in and kind of wait.
I put my hand in.
Roll.
Okay,
I'm good.
okay. So I'll loop in Davin, Norm, and Drolor in with the metaphysical tether. So as long as we're within 100 feet, or one person is within 100 feet of each other, we're all able to synchronize up and hear. And then I'll go back down and mentally to everyone say, okay, little ones, so I can do a similar thing from what you can do, and so three of my friends are now listening in, and you can talk with me and talk with them at the same time without straining your abilities, if that's something you're worried about.
Hello.
We are part of his tribe.
Roll my
Something.
eyes so hard.
As these three young mind goblins hold hands, you all feel an expanding telepathic wave,
Mm,
Ooh.
and all of a sudden you're all linked.
that's
Oh.
fascinating.
Huh.
Hello, friends?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Davin. Nice to meet you.
And I'm Drollar. Nice to meet you all.
And instead of words, a series of emotions comes over you. You're first hit with the pleasure of meeting a new friend. And then a feeling of homesickness. Um, there's also a wave of general trepidation at the same time. And you realize quickly that trying to come up with a singular language is almost harder when you convey so much more with a thought or a picture. Them speaking this language is only happened because they were connecting with Cyprus.
Huh.
And the more they connect with all of you, the more that they're going to learn and be able to do this.
Hmm.
So, we're on our way west. Do you travel as well, or do you stay in this area?
It, immediately you were met with, you say west. You see the river.
Hmm.
And when you ask, do they stay? You see a camp of about 50 between the very young, the very old, and then those fully able-bodied in the, and it looks like they're nomadic, as you can see this tribe moving around in this forest.
Okay. I'm gonna try a different communication method. I'm gonna kind of draw in and focus, and I want to picture. This might be a bad idea, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'd like to picture the Imperial forces, but in specifically memories of us like fighting them when we were first on the road on our way up to Midport. Just to kind of give them like a flash of like us in that combat encounter, not necessarily like sanitizing it, but I want to show like we're on opposing sides, and I want to see how that washes through this, emotional mental link.
They shudder, and then a wave of fear hits you.
Are they
As
afraid?
they physically recoil from all of you as well.
Got it. Okay. So it's fear at the whole concept and us. It's not like specifically the Imperial aspect.
You quickly realize that a tribe of beings, this empathic and telepathic, they can't hurt anything without feeling its emotions and its pain.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I'm going to try one more thing to kind of course correct from that. So if I gave them that image, I'd like to then give like a pause, and then give them the like some of like flashes of my memory on like in my like physician's practice clinic on the shores of the living lake. And I'd like to give some of those like the people that I knew, the regular checkups, doing small balms and poultices, and like the helping aspect, not like look at me doing surgery or anything, but closer to like the helpful, the aid, the natural like style of things, featuring other Herringon and travelers up the road, and kind of give them like there is also peace here. There's also healing here. These are conflicting things, but they exist within our history here.
A word hits your mind, and you will automatically begin to translate it.
Mhm.
Shaman.
Mm. Mhm.
All right. Yeah. And I think with that, my last little moment here that I want to give is, with one hand, I want to use shape water and pull some water up out of my canteen. I kind of hold it as an orb in my hand, and then with the other, I just want to snap fingers and get like a produce flame going to show like natural magic, and then put them both away. So that way,
Okay.
it's like, yes, this is a natural kind of thing.
To do both at the same time, just give me a concentration check.
A concentration check. Do, 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 do. What's
It's a
that?
Constitution saving throw.
Con save. How did it do? Oh,
Ooh,
baby.
Ooh.
That is a natural
wow.
20 for those of you following along at home, and I'm quite pleased with that.
Okay. Now, I'm allowing it not just because of the natural 20, but the idea of I'm not risking doing this while in combat.
Mhm.
There's no threat. Trying to maintain one spell in this fashion while conjuring another.
I think what it is for Cypress is it's the methodology. Like, this is almost like I think of this as going back. I took the extracurricular research. What's it called? Thing. Hang on.
Esoteric learning.
Esoteric theory, yeah. So esoteric theories are the apothecary version of like the warlock invocations. So I took extracurricular research to give me 2 extra cantrips, one being shape water and one being produce flame. And I did that from a character standpoint to try and build into that shaman natural magic side of things, and his healing comes from the natural side of using ingredients and using what's found in nature and natural practices, and how that would evolve and grow as he moved from his original location into the wider world with all of the different options. And I think this particular connection there is that it is using shape water first to have this like lasting effect that can last up to an hour, right? And then doing the spawn of produce flame as like, this was almost like a part of like the exit exam for his
Mm.
shamanistic teachers back in the day, of like, yes, there you have to wash the wound, you can cauterize the wound, and you have to use what's available to you and use the elements and treat them with respect and that kind of thing. So I think this really just goes back into his like learnings, and I really like that kind of connectiveness for Cypress's origins versus how he's moving forward as a character.
Okay. So as you conjure forth both water and fire, you see one of them as he just lifts a fallen tree branch without using his hands. But as the 3 of them hold hands, they lift the entire log they were hiding behind.
Got it.
Mm.
Okay. That's very impressive. I don't see why we all can't be friends.
Um, so they come closer to Cypress, and you were all hearing it. Friends? Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Benny, you're in it too.
Oh, am I in it? I didn't know. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. Hello, friends.
Many friends, and you all have a wave of happiness.
Aw. Um. Kind of looking around and remembering the image of the encampment that they have. And I kind of like think how far away it might be. Are you far? Do you need transport to where you're going?
Uh, as you think about a relative idea of distance, the idea comes flooding back to you, and you see an image of the shadows on the forest floor, and you can see the shadow of a tree as it moves.
Hmm.
And based off of that, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Hmm. I have to get the character sheet back. Oh, there it is. Intelligence. That's a 7.
So they're not very far. Uh, Probably within 2 hours.
Hmm. But
I mean, the
go
image
ahead.
hit all of you guys.
So I don't think if they're not that far away, if they are comfortable, I will say, I'm saying this in the head, if you're comfortable getting back to where you're going, um, we do have to head. Is it in a different direction than we were heading? Like we were heading west, or is it more like south, east?
So you see the river,
Mhm.
and then your vision turns 90 degrees to the right.
So we could take them. Go
So
ahead.
we're all going the same way, it seems.
Yeah.
Look,
Would you?
if their current home is a 90-degree turn away to the right of the river, their home is north.
Yeah.
And we were heading kind of north to get to the bridge, right?
We were heading west. We weren't heading to the bridge. We were going to. We've got a boat.
Oh, that's right. We have the boat.
If
Yeah.
the boats, we've got to use it.
So I figured we would use the boat to just not swim across, but like tread across or get closer. Um, than taking the bridge and going up, basically going up and then around. That may take a while. Um, so we would be if we want to head north and go with them and then head to the bridge and kind of do that way, that's fine. It's just going to take a little longer. Um, but if we want to get to Finley sooner, we may have to um, split ways at this point. I'm fine either way.
Friends, are there any dangers that you're worried about in the forest?
The only thing that kind of comes back to you is images of teeth and claws.
Okay. Side note, Cypress, how are you with the boat prospect? I know you're a bit iffy about Twitter.
Well, thanks for putting me on blast with everybody when we're
Oh, you're welcome.
He can walk on
multiple
water
layers
now.
deep in the. That's
He can
fine.
walk on water.
I've taken precautions, so I will be fine. Thank you.
Okay. Then I'm fine either way.
So, the rest of you, how close did you guys get
On
To what?
to our new friends?
well, I'm kind of next to Cypress.
So you're all the way up. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of sus. I'm a little suspicious about why you're asking.
Okay. So, one of them walks over and grabs Cypress's hand. Another's going to walk up and grab Davin's hand. Who else is up in range?
There you go, Penny. And pushes Penny forward.
Whoa!
Eh,
And he's now in range.
As the last one grabs Penny's hand, and
Penny
you all
takes free hand back and just flips Norm off.
My second pair of hands are just writing down. It's like,
okay. So you're in your forearm mode today.
I am in my forearm mode today.
Okay. So they sit here, and you all have a flash of their village. And they start like trying to drag you along north.
We're all gonna get eaten, aren't we?
No, I don't.
Yeah, one day, Penny, but maybe that won't be the day.
Cypress, that's not comforting.
Well, that's what you get for having two eyeballs on the front of your face and not on the side of your face.
Okay, so that's what I get for being a predator and not prey?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, that's a thought. So, I mean, if I kind of like look back at Norm and Droller, we're going to their village. I guess we're going. So, unless we want to, make this super awkward, I guess we're heading that way. So, hopefully, you're coming with. Okay. So, kind of like let them lead the hand.
Droller is probably picking up the rear of everything, kind of watching over everybody.
They keep looking back at Droll. I mean, they've already been looking at Davin. They've looked at Norm. Because you guys are tall. And Drollor makes you guys look short by comparison.
Mhm.
And so they just keep like looking up at the size of Drollor.
It's okay.
Oh, no,
He's
it's
only
not.
fallen.
It's not in fear. They
Hmm.
see him, and like you see an image of Drollor and a tree next to each other, like trying to figure out like how tall is he?
Is he
In my
taller
mind,
than
in
the
Penny's
tree?
mind, Penny's gonna say, Drolor's taller than the tree.
There are trees in here that Drolor's taller than, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Drolor's taller than every tree in the entire world. I've seen it.
Hmm.
Let me lie to the
Um,
mind goblins.
It's very, very difficult to lie to mind goblins.
Yeah. Mind goblins see everything.
I'm gonna implant false memories about about Drolor next to every tree in the world, showing that Drolor is taller.
Please make a concentration check.
How do I do
Ooh.
concentration? Is it con?
It's a
Con
con save technically. Yeah.
Will a 7 get me there?
No.
Oh.
Trying to create the image of Drolor growing when they can see he's not as tall as all of the trees.
No.
But the idea that he can just get taller and be taller than every tree? No.
He's taller than every tree.
No.
I promise.
But you guys are led north for about an hour and a half at their slow pace. When you finally arrive, you're all heralded.
Hmm.
And you guys can hear it, the shouts of new friends, new friends. And people coming out of this small glade. These makeshift cottages out of fallen branches, and it is nothing nothing like post manufacture. Everything is where like how it fell, and then just moved over and lashed together.
Hmm.
There's been no attempt to shape the wood. Everything's just built out of the way it is.
Makes sense.
So this extremely peaceful, possibly by forced evolution, uh, this small community of even smaller goblins and others of this similar height as these, whether they're small from just youth or hunched with age. More than half the population is even shorter than these goblins. So, the waves and shouts of friends and friends returning back, and people coming out of their little homes, and people that have quit working their makeshift looms, essentially, and other people that are sitting here and spinning rope, all by hand. Some are weaving baskets and things, and they all come out, and immediately you see the children all looking at all of you. Immediately, images of like hanging off of Norm's forearms and trying to climb and see who can get to the top of Drolor.
I love it.
Um, it is the bright and shining moments in a G-rated Disney movie. But since they're all telepathically interconnected, they have to be.
Hmm.
I'm instantly suspicious by all this.
Well, I am. I see that they're making things like the rope and what have you. I will think on, can I help, and make my way over.
Yeah, if you know how to braid rope.
Hmm.
So give me a dexterity check.
Gonna find out, aren't we? Dexterity check. Hey, 15.
Yeah, you sit here and they've got several pieces of twine that are already pulled together. And you go ahead and you start braiding rope. So you sit here, you have the 3 different strands, and you have an extra stick to help pull it down and keep it nice and tight.
Mm-hmm.
So you're all here in this strangely pleasant piece of the world away from all of the other conflict.
Hmm.
Norm, you are now being bombarded with mental images of like children hanging off of your arms, as they all want to sit here and like try and do that. Troller, all the kids are sitting here as they want to like see like who can climb all the way up and get to the top of you.
I show them image of them climbing on and me just spinning super fast and them flying
my
off.
Oh God.
I just
I mean, like, yeah.
don't even think about it. And I know you are.
Because I can see it.
Because I can see it.
Are you portraying a negative emotion on it, or is it like a happy emotion?
It's a be careful because this ride is not intended for that purpose.
Okay, so they acquiesce and they don't hang off of Norm.
Oh.
Droller Droller's gonna sit down and cross his legs, and like he knows that they want to try like climbing up and have fun, so he's gonna motion them forward to like, yeah, let's have some fun. Let them have some fun.
Oh God.
So even sitting down, you are still twice the height of everyone here.
It's more for my own safety, and theirs, so that I don't lose balance while they're climbing.
Oh no.
So as you wave them over, you like one of them like tries to jump up and like grab onto your shoulders, but just cannot reach. And so it just starts to try and like climb up the side of your arm, hugging it on his way up until they get to the up to your shoulder and like start pulling themselves up.
Oh,
Others are sitting here and you like have this image of like you of them holding on to your arms, and then you like straight like T posing your arms out. And so the kids that were sitting here just holding onto the arms, you have one who's like standing on your shoulder. His hand is like just on the top of your head, trying to keep his balance. The others are just dangling from your arms. You've got 4 kids per arm right now.
Droller's having the time of his life. He's laughing and he's like,
Aw.
"This is so cute. This is so much fun." Like he's definitely giving into like the fun nature of it and how much they're enjoying it, and is probably as calm as he has really ever been on this journey at this point.
Aw.
Mm. Yay.
Like I said, he's a giant teddy bear. So
Yeah.
Others are seeing Davin, who is almost as tall. I mean, still head and shoulders shorter,
Oh
but
yeah.
but the size of his arms, like the others are like trying to like wanting to climb him and wanting to hang off of his arms, and
Uh oh gosh. I'm like seeing the images and um fuck it. I'm a showman. So I just sort of I don't
Fish.
stand, but I finish like braiding like the last bit of rope, and then I just sort of get up, and then I do like the big kind of like flex and just keep the arms up, like and just give the image of if you want to go ahead. I'm not going to say no.
and so as two of the kids come over, and they have to get a stool to stand on first.
Hmm.
As they reach up and they start hanging off your arms, you see the older goblins that are sitting here around, and you just feel waves of joy from the children and from the middle aged and the elderly, who are
Oh
all happy with the idea that this is normal, this is happy, this is wholesome,
yeah,
um, and that hey, we are at peace, and that everybody's friendly and nice.
yay, cool. So I will just that's kind of what I'll do, and I'll just let them hang for a few minutes, and then sort of like lean down and you know let them. It's sort of rocking, but not like fast. I don't want them to go flying off. So just and then slowly as it after a couple minutes I'll let them come off, and if someone else wants to jump on, then so be it. I think I can
So
take it.
you guys are doing this, and it's it's incredibly nice for a while. After a while, it becomes more of, okay, we're still doing this one thing. We don't have the same attention spans for the same things as adults that we did as children.
Right.
Um, but as they feel your elation start to fade, they understand it's time for them to stop.
Oh.
And so everybody gets down. Um, but it's at this time you guys also feel the thoughts of food as they start bringing out uh, numerous uh, plates of grilled mushrooms and baked potatoes and grilled leeks. Um, there's uh, almonds, there's walnuts, there's all different kinds of berries. Um, as everybody's gathering together for this meal. So,
Is there like among this whole group and like within the settlement itself, is there any kind of like visual hierarchy?
um, visually, no.
Mhm.
Uh, but you can tell that everyone listens to those that are the oldest. So it's an elder society.
Mhm. Okay, but
And
there's
you
not
can
like
feel,
even what?
uh, but even as you sit here and start thinking about that, a wave of understanding comes back to you as your interest and your piqued interest washes out of you. Answers start rolling back into you.
Mhm.
That the older ones are the ones that survived. And so survival and that wisdom is something we listen to.
Okay. Um. Okay. I think as we sit down for this meal, Cypress has been, I think, observing socially, like how that dynamic plays out in terms of the elders and in terms of like everyone else in term like I keep saying in terms. Looking at it from, we have the elders, we have the survivors, we have the children, and we have people doing things, and trying to understand how the people are splitting up their tasks, how they're moving about. Are there specialists? Are there, um, do we have Carpenter Smurf and like
Their
other such?
roles.
Yeah, things like that. And I think looking at from the elder standpoint, with us sitting down for meal, is it everybody in the community sharing a meal together?
Yeah, everything is entirely communal.
Uh-huh.
Um, when it comes to work and how that's distributed, you have people who are better at it than part of it. So some people will braid rope.
Hmm.
Others gather water. The stronger ones will bring back water. Um, then various other tasks, such as the adults who are not in the elder category yet, they go out and forage.
Hmm.
The three you met among them.
Hmm.
So uh, everybody has tasks that they do. However, there's no you have to do this.
Right. Okay.
You can do another task if you just really don't want to do this today.
Right. And the last thing that I want to look at, like as an evolution off of that, I'd like to look at the elders specifically and see if they carry any kind of like scarring, or if their bodies tell a non-verbal story of their history. Something from like a medical standpoint, something from like that analytic standpoint. I want to try and like anthropologically understand this group a little bit more of, did they survive something recently? Did they survive something in the past? Is it mostly like we saw in the flash of what's dangerous in these woods? Is it the tooth and claw and talon, or is there something else that's going on here?
Uh, Immediately, as you start having this thought and you look in those directions and start analyzing, you do see a number of scars. You do see claw marks, bite marks. You see some oddly shapen limbs from old breaks that were never set properly. Because it happens. That's life. Um, you also see some that have developed hunches from poor posture and carrying a heavy weight incorrectly, repeatedly. There are others whose hands there are uh, arthritic, as their joints are heavy from years of braiding rope, from carrying heavy things in their hands. But yeah, all of these wounds tell stories of their culture.
Okay. With that, Cypress is going to settle into like the meal of it and kind of quiet thoughts and just absorb what's going on around him.
So as you're sitting here, all having this meal together, waves of gratitude hit all of you. Gratitude for their homes, gratitude towards each other, for those who have built these homes, those who've gathered the water, those who've gathered food, those that have tilled the soil, in the portion of this glade and have been farming. So just an understanding of the work that goes in every day so that they can have this food. And a wave of gratitude for everyone's contributions, from the oldest to the youngest. And then waves of gratitude of finding new friends.
Penny thinks and sends a wave of gratitude for letting them join in on experiencing their culture and their home.
Same, like a thankfulness for the welcome and the new friendship. Yeah, maybe a bit of thank you for a bit of a distraction, as it were.
I give them a guild.
They're grateful for it, though they don't know what its use is.
They can figure it out. It's shiny.
Wait, Dan, hold on. Are you introducing capitalism to this very cut off species?
No, I just want to see what they do with it.
Uh-huh. Sounds like something a capitalist would say.
No. How much money do you have, Penny?
Well, let me check my notes. It says in my little fancy dancy notebook that I have 15,000.
That's crazy.
I know.
So
I did a good job stealing it.
the guild that you give to this tribe goes onto a small pillow.
Aw.
They don't know what else to do with it, but it is a gift that shows your appreciation, and it's shiny. So
See, it's all about perspective, Penny. If they want to go the capitalistic route, then they do that. But other than that, I just gave them a shiny thing.
You know what, Norm? You're right. Fucked of me to accuse you of all people, of all beings, of being a capitalist. You're right. That was on me. I'm sorry.
Yep. And I hope you lose sleep over it. And that way,
Norm, did I do something wrong to you recently?
that way you can forget about the paper.
Oh, goddamn the map. Oh.
what's capitalism?
Oh
no. Don't worry.
Cypress
about it.
immediately, like fist down on table. We do not speak of the greatest evil. That
She brought
exists
it
in
up.
this
She
land.
brought it up.
Nope. None of you bring the accursed knowledge forth. This is a sacred place.
Penny's gonna think real hard about attributing capitalism to the thing with teeth and claws and talons and whatnot.
I think of Hydra.
And these ideas that you're sending forth are accurate all in their own way. As the definition of what is capitalism also comes forth. And the idea of greed inside of a community, as bound as this one is, and any other tribe of mind goblins out there, it is anathema. These people are connected in their hearts and minds. The idea of separating themselves is terrifying. And the idea of the tooth and claws, and how one person would have more and then still take from someone who has little, is alien and wrong to this community. And as they ask that question and you give your responses, capitalism bad.
Oh, capitalism very bad.
Capitalism bad.
Um, this group isn't even socialist. It is a complete commune.
Yeah.
Everybody contributes and everybody shares equally.
Mm-hmm.
Just the complete disappointed dad sigh from David.
It was
Chef's
just
kiss.
I step away for like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and we're suddenly thinking and talking about fucking
You
capitalism.
can't leave us alone.
Oh lordy. Anyway,
Mhm.
with that, oh, I'm good.
So, the three you met earlier share the message with everyone that you all were heading to the river. And after you guys have eaten your fill, and nobody's upset at anybody for eating more than someone else. Those that foraged needed to eat more than those that sat here braiding rope and weaving baskets. You eat for your need. But so as your fill is had, they flash again, river. And you can see the village you're in now, moving uh, moving through it. You find the farm. Then beyond that, you actually have the river where it bends.
Mm.
And across the river, once you're at the forest edge, there's the river. and you look out across it, and there's a city.
Hmm. I will say that's where we're heading. Um, trying to
And there
go
is
ahead.
mixed emotions about the city.
Oh, do they know that that's where the capitalism lives?
I will try to think. Um, um, we will keep your location secret. That sort of like think that along the ways, like we don't need to tell them. We don't need to show them.
Relief.
So, yeah, yeah, that's perfect. All right. Do we?
Mixed emotions that flash come from the idea of these large structures, how many people that can live there,
Mhm.
and it's all very it's novel. But when they also have the desert, and they also have all those people and everyone's private agendas, it's worrisome. And they are grateful that you will keep them secret.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's for the best. Is there anything else we want to do, or do we want to? I don't want to say stay the night, but like make our way out of the village. I don't know if we want to get on the boat overnight. What do we want to do?
Yeah, let's just go to the village. We
Well,
can stay there at one of the inns.
I don't think this place has a village. If you're thinking of going straight to Finley,
Oh, right.
that
I thought this was Finley.
no, this is not Finley.
Then,
Yeah, this,
No, that was
Well,
telepathic imaging.
oh, okay. I
yeah.
say we just head there as quick as we can. We can stay on the boat,
Okay.
sleep in
So,
shifts.
so unfortunately, the map, I couldn't get the pixels any smaller to make the river. So unfortunately, the rivers and the land masses are not exactly one to one.
Right.
It will not take you an entire day to sail across the river.
Okay.
how long will it take us?
It'll take you several hours
Okay.
in the present wind.
Mm,
It's a
so
very
that's the
calm
question.
day.
So do we want to like rest tonight and do it in the morning, or do we want to go ahead and head out? I'm fine with like whatever we decide to do. I'm fine with like leaving the village, you know, so that there's a little less for them to worry about. But um, I just want to get a consensus before we make the next step.
I don't think we should stay here. And I think we should probably go and camp and then ford the river in the morning, basically.
That sounds fair. That's fair. Sound good to everyone else?
Time-wise, you guys could be across the river and in Finley by nightfall.
Ah, well, if that's the case, then
Let's
let's
do that.
let's
Yeah.
do that. All right.
Yeah,
So we will.
Even several hours. Even if it took several hours, you would still be in Finley before the sun sets.
That sounds good. Sound good? Sounds good. All right. So
Sounds great.
we
I like
will.
that.
We will mentally, I guess, indicate our that we are departing, thanking them for their hospitality and appreciating spending their time with us, and again reiterating, like, your secret is safe with us. We won't let anyone know that you're here. So
Waves of gratitude and welcome. Both the idea that you're welcome, but also that you're welcome back.
yeah, I will kind of take the map that we have and see if I can figure out where we are in relation to the map that we have, and see if I can put a little just a little star. I think that'll work.
Okay. So, as you guys leave the heart of this makeshift village, heading north across the farmland and finding the crook in the river, you can see the city across the river ahead of you.
Okay. Well, here we go, folks. I will.
I just need.
Wait.
I'm so sorry. I just need
No, it's fine.
like 15 minutes.
Okay.
And
Way.
Cypress is gonna go and put his little Harangon bunny feet like right on the edge of the river. I'd like to ritually cast water breathing on myself and anyone else who would like it by just staring at the water for 10 minutes and playing with like a piece of cut reed. Just like eating the reed, be like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. And I would like to ritually cast water breathing on myself and anyone else who would like it.
Oh,
So-
Cypress.
So do you want to get in the water, or do you want to be able to walk on the water?
I don't. Let's just get in the boat.
Because I gave you a thing that
Get in
you
the boat,
walk
let's
on
just
the
go.
water like it's solid ground.
I know, but that and I appreciate that, Norm. Okay, I'm trying not to make a big deal about it, but I would just feel better if we were either on this piece of land or on that piece of land. So let's just go to that piece of land, please.
Okay.
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 Thank you.
Okay.
Ah.
I will take the water breathing. How many people can you give it to?
Up to 10,
Oh.
apparently.
So you could
Which is
10 would
pretty
give it
sick.
to everybody.
And it's a ritual. I sure can.
I'm good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you literally sank to the bottom of a.
Cypress
Mhm.
Cypress side-eye storm so hard.
They'll
They're
be all
everything
right.
I want to be.
They'll be all right. That's fine. Yeah, so we'll take it. All right. Do I? Okay. I put the sailboat on the water.
Salute.
Okay.
Does anybody
So
remember?
this tiny model boat sits there and floats.
And then I will say, set sail.
As you say the words, this tiny boat grows 11 feet, 16, 21, 26 feet. It's large enough to cramp in 10 people.
Nice. Okay. So we've got a boat, and I kind of like
Huzzah!
hold on to it because I don't want it to float away. Let's get on and start making our way.
I fashioned my hat into a pirate hat.
Perfect. Amazing.
All right, you landlubbers,
Oh no.
time to set sail.
The goblins are extremely impressed by your magic boat.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't they be?
Amazing.
I'm gonna let Smooches out of his Pokeball and let him hang out with us and enjoy the voyage.
Love it.
As Smooches comes out, waves of sadness and regret.
Oh.
You have a dragon?
I'm so sorry. Smooches, go say hi to the children.
Oh no.
Smooches, go say hey. Please. I cannot
As-
deal with tiny little child goblin guilt. It may actually kill me.
Why did you pull
Is-
that Smooches right now?
As Smooches flies over, and like all the kids are sitting here, and they're like, one of like holds out their arm, and Smooches lands for a second, and like all the kids are petting him.
Okay, so
Um,
remember, children, when you're petting a dragon, you use 3 fingers and you go down the scales very gently.
You're not worried that Smooches is gonna think that they're food?
Nah. I'm sure it'll be fine. Smooches, do you think that those goblins are food?
they're not squirrels.
Exactly. See, I know my boy.
Okay, fair enough.
What about small men, Norm? Would small men think that the goblins are food?
That's between Smallman and his conscience. I'm not gonna ask Smallman that. That's why I'm not taking him out.
Because you know what he'll say.
Boom.
Boom.
That might scare them.
What would scare them even more is a tiny little moving thing that has no mind or consciousness.
That part.
Something that they can't latch onto.
Oh yeah.
Very specifically, that's something they can kill without feeling bad about it. You think capitalism is bad? Gonna teach those goblins
They would
murder.
eat small men.
Oh no.
Small, nothing more than a fruit and or vegetable
Oh.
to these mind goblins.
Well, better hope that they chew him very, very fine, because that's going to be a rude emergence.
Yeah.
All of a
I don't-
sudden, from their stomachs, they just hear boom.
And then they explode.
Bust out of their chest.
like a chest burster. Yeah.
So, as you guys are all getting onto the boat, you guys are ready to set sail before Smooches flies back. And everybody sits here, and they wave and send their well wishes and safe journeys. So, who's at the helm?
That's a good question.
It's Davin's boat.
No, it is the team's boat.
The guy gave it to Davin.
It's true.
I mean,
The team captain of the
You
boat.
be the pilot.
or I can be the pilot.
Now, I don't have any of that there vehicle proficiencies.
Yeah, neither do I.
Well, you only have to make checks in case of something really bad happening.
Mm-hmm.
But it's beautiful weather.
Mm-hmm.
As you take the helm, the boat immediately begins to respond to you.
Okay.
I put my hands up to my eye and I make my eye magnify out.
We know where we're going. The
We
city
be heading west.
sort of, yeah.
Northwest, but yeah.
Northwest.
Northwest. Yeah.
So,
All right.
as soon as you're ready to go, the sails raise, the anchor raises,
Mm-hmm.
and the boat begins to move.
Yeah. All right. Let it happen. Here we go. I never thought I would ever be piloting a boat.
I pull out a Almirage and put it on my shoulder.
Norm, where did you get an El Mirage?
I pulled it out of my hat, okay? Remember the hat thing? It's still the same hat.
Oh
You're right.
dear.
Yep. No,
My
that's
mistake.
very good.
Okay, dokie. All right.
So, Davin, you may not know how to sail, but the boat knows how to float,
Yes.
and it sees what direction you want to go. And as you turn the wheel and just your intention of going that direction, the boat can do that.
Cool. Kind of like happy. I mean, a little in shock, but also like super happy that it's able to do this kind of on its own. I'm
No.
going to stay nearby, obviously, but
It can only follow instructions for whoever's holding the helm.
so that's what I'll do. Hold on to the helm.
Even in this gentle wind, barely 3 miles an hour. So it's moving at walking speed. It takes you just over 2 hours to come up to the other side of the bank.
All right. I will, once we get to the bank, I'll kind of make landfall and tell everybody to hop off.
Cypress is first one off.
Cypress, the water was incredibly calm the entire time.
Somebody
Super
cast
seasoned.
the anchor.
Actively throwing up. Did
Throws a
not like
rock.
You could
I
have gotten
will.
here quicker if you weren't sailing against the current.
Yeah. I don't know how to do this. Vroom, vroom, in my mom's car. Vroom, vroom. Anyway. Oh. But once everyone is off the ship, I will let the anchor fall and then jump off myself and say, sails down.
As the sails come down, the boat begins to shrink back into its model size.
Once it's done, I will pick it up, give it a quick little shake, and put it in the backpack. So we're here.
So you guys are on the south side, just outside the city's limits. It is a lovely little area. Uh, it is almost a savanna with sparse but beautiful trees dotting the landscape.
Lovely. Shall we make our way into the city? Okay.
I think we shall.
That sounds good to me.
All right. So we'll start. Are you good there, Cypress? Done vomiting?
Yeah, I'm fine. I know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Been good this whole time. Yeah, feels good. Land on the feet. Let's let's head in and see what's up. Yeah.
All right. So we'll start making our way into the city, or towards the city. City proper, I guess I should say.
Coming into the south, there's no proper gate. But there is an opening in the wall. It's constructed, but there's no doors there.
Okay.
As you pass by several people out here enjoying the shade, enjoying the sun, enjoying the breeze. Some are actually out here on a small picnic, very close to the city walls because sometimes animals do come up.
Right.
But you don't see any guards on the wall.
When we were here 3 years ago, there were massive gates, right?
There were indeed.
And there was a really strong guard presence because this is where we like booked it through the marketplace.
That was on the west gate.
Westgate. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's the main entrance to the city.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there like, there's not like a customs checkpoint or like caravan checkpoint outside the gates or outside the portal to the city here on the south side?
No.
So I guess we just go in.
Yeah, that seems odd, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree, but let's They're
So
just travelers.
as you guys come in, there is an area that is a little bit more crowded that does have full docks and everything else, but that part is actually covered with uh, more walls and everything else. This is an area you could come up to without drawing any real attention to yourselves. Um, the rest of Finley's harbors and docks are all built into the city's massive walls. But here, you come into an area just outside of the slums.
Okay.
So you can clearly see as you start moving through a couple of the alleys, there is the large central market bazaar and several other stalls and things like that. There is a variety of these homes just all around you, and in the distance, even larger buildings. Moving out of the slums and into the main market to your west, where you first entered the city, is the massive archway where the gates once stood. Caravans still move in and out. Trade still happens.
Can I check the excuse me, can I check the portals to see what happened to the gates, if there's any kind of indicator of were they destroyed, were they removed, have they been replaced or upgraded with something different now?
You can clearly see there are no gates or doors on the gates anymore.
Hmm. There are still doors on other buildings though, right?
On individual buildings, yes.
Okay. Got it. Interesting.
How are the people? Are they just calm, relaxed, chill, like walking around like this is just
Yeah,
a normal day?
it's just a normal day. What you don't see, along with no gate doors, is you don't see any Imperials in the city. No wandering patrols. And you also don't see any large armies. There are a few guards that keep the city's peace, but there's no standing army. No
And this
guards on the walls.
is definitely like a huge change from 3 years ago. Like a
Oh,
major,
yeah.
major change.
Mm-hmm.
Because Finley was the place that we went to because we knew it was protected.
Yes.
Huh. Just gonna is there any trying to think how to put this. Noticing that there's no military guard. I mean, there's guards, yes, but there's no military presence in the city. Um, is the castle or like I don't know if we'll see it from here, obviously, but like,
To the north east of the bazaar, yeah, you can clearly see the castle.
okay. Okay. So, castle's still there. So, gang, what are we thinking? Um, this definitely feels off. But do we want to approach this now, or do we want to rest and maybe gather a little, like, just low level
I mean,
information?
the people that give us the maps are gonna be here, so it wouldn't be too far fetched to believe that they sort of subjugated this town. So
That's that's not what I'm getting. 'Cause this feels like I'm just going off on a whim. This feels like, considering where we just came from, a very imperial heavy city, which was Midport. Um, this feels completely different.
Right.
And is it intentional? Or
Roll me an insight check.
oh boy.
I mean, I'm gonna give Davin guidance.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We didn't
Good.
do the guidance yet. Oh shit.
We
So
cooking
that's a
tonight.
why is there
26.
uh-huh.
As you
Uh-huh.
look at the city, you don't see any signs of repairing homes or other buildings. There was no need. There was no destruction.
I
The
understand
doors, the gates were meaningfully taken down. There's no excess destruction. And the military's presence has been reduced to a token force for the law of the city. Capitulation meant continuation.
I will indicate that, like, that's the there was intent in a way, but not because it was bad, if that makes sense. The city hasn't been touched.
why.
Because they gave up before it ever hit here.
That's the way to put it.
hmm
So
Idris was destroyed in a night. Not even
yeah.
in a day, in a night.
Yeah. And we're not that far.
hmm hmm
A deal was made.
hmm
Something was made. Some truce, some protection order, something was done to. I mean, the people, like, we just saw people just having a like picnic right outside the walls, like just
Mhm.
like 2 seconds ago.
Yes.
Um,
But they also
Capitulation meant continuation.
Are we sure we're gonna be able to get a new map here because of this?
Well, that's the thing, Penny. I don't know. Because that's like you have to think. I'm trying to think of this. Fuck. Sorry, moth.
I mean, the guy
Anyway.
said to come here.
But there's I'm trying to think deeper. Meaning, like they knew that they were wanting to get the Imperial down, like they wanted to take it down eventually, but they couldn't do it overtly. They couldn't do it in an obvious manner. That's why we're here. That's why we're part of
Right.
this thing. So why not keep yourselves 100% safe by surrendering?
Especially if they had insider information on how
Mhm.
the Empire would want to bargain, possibly from,
Right.
say, a group of captured
Mhm.
soldiers from the Imperial side.
Right. That part. So
all we
I
got to
think,
do is find them.
yeah, we will find them. We have to. We just need to see if we can.
I'm sure it'll be pretty easy.
Well, it's not that it's a matter of we obviously could not do this conversation in open. We'd have to do this discreetly. If what we're thinking is true. We can't just walk head first to the castle. I mean, we could with a different intention, but we don't know who all's here.
And we also don't necessarily know if we've been followed either. Unlikely.
Really. Yeah.
Possible. You know?
Yeah.
You don't see fire from the other bank, so
Right.
God. Oh, that part. Anyway. So I think best thing it's past sunset at this point, or close to sunset.
close to sunset.
Let's find a place to
Mhm.
rest, lay our heads, and then in the morning we'll decide what to do then.
Before we go into an inn, maybe it would be a good idea to finally have like a unified cover story for what we're doing here.
We are. Cool. Any ideas, Cypress?
Well, I think the more specifically vague you are, the less likely people are to ask you questions, right?
Mm.
So I would say if we say that we are
Traveling moneylenders?
yeah. I think if we say that we are traveling we are traveling envoys taking a census on the state of the people. Because that
Mhm.
is pretty true for what we are. And it's specific enough of like, well, why do we have such a diverse group amongst us?
Mhm.
But at the same time, no one's really going to follow up too much on that, because who cares about a census? Who cares about a group of trained envoys walking around and, you know, asking people their opinions and recording them?
True.
It's like
That
social
makes
research.
a lot of sense.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if that That sounds like a great idea. I think that's the best way to put it. Um, and it kind of makes sense. Um, yeah, it kind of makes sense in a way.
Yeah,
We're not
because it's
all.
not a
We're
lie.
not all.
It's pretty true.
Yeah, yeah. We're not all not 100% charismatic. We can be kind of diplomatic. Diplomatic. Wow. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, like
hard.
that. Good job, Davin.
I'm gonna blame the hour, not the company. um. So yeah, I think that makes sense. Um. Do you think we'll just need a couple of rooms and then be good from there? Or do we want to continue to stay as close together as possible?
I feel it would be more suspicious if there were 5 of us all in one room versus, being a little bit more relaxed and taking 2 rooms.
That's fair. That sounds good. Yeah. So, shall we find an inn and go from there? That's good. All right. Got an idea. We got a plan. How successful we are in implementing that plan, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
But not like
So
too
we-
expensive of an inn. We want to
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Which district do we want to look for an inn in?
Middle
I know.
class.
Yeah. I think right down the middle. If
Yeah.
I don't want to necessarily stay too close into the.
We want like a Best Western, not
Yeah.
like a Marriott.
Yeah. It definitely
So
has like a roadway.
Yeah.
not a flop house in the slums,
Correct.
but not like royal apartments.
That part.
Right.
Yes.
So something
Yeah.
to maybe just outside of the market square.
Sure.
Yeah. That works.
Okay. So as you guys are fully into the market square now. Like you still see business happening just as it had when you first arrived. Though when you first arrived, it was hampered by the influx of refugees and the already present rumors of what was going on. Right now, it's business as usual.
Mhm.
Passing through, you go to the northwest. Large series of decent and to nice buildings. Um, there are two. It is one very long building, and it has an entire section on the second floor that is dedicated for drying laundry and everything else out in the sun. But it does have 2 other large rooms that act as suites on the second floor. On the first floor is a number of smaller, less private rooms.
Sounds like.
The only significance here is that because the climate here is so warm, they don't use doors inside of this inn because they want cross breeze. The windows are all slatted, so you can still get breeze in without having so much else come in. But they do use uh, drapes or other hangings to cover doorways.
This work?
Fine with me.
I think so for the night.
Yeah. All right, so we'll head in.
So, welcome, my friends. Come in. Ah, what can I get you today?
We are just looking for a couple of rooms for tonight.
Just two?
Just two. Yeah.
All right. Uh, would you like the larger rooms, or are you okay being uh, tight c- together?
I think the larger will be okay.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, here, I will show you the way. Um, as this gentleman sits here, very, very light linen shirt. He's wearing a turban. Uh, it is culturally appropriate. You recall, as when you met the Sultan, he was actually wearing a turban as well.
Mm-hmm,
So,
mm-hmm.
very culturally appropriate here as he leads you upstairs, and you have this room that the stairs that lead up into it. This room's the four walls all have uh, open windows. They're many, but they're thin.
Mm-hmm.
You could attempt to make a defense here, firing bows and crossbows out these slats.
Ah,
Um, but given how open everything is downstairs, that defense wouldn't last very long. But this area is appointed with multiple cushions and pillows, uh, long but short tables. Um, and on the table is local fruit along with large water basin, and there's even additional barrels of water.
awesome.
And how much are the larger rooms?
These rooms cost 25 gilt a night.
All right. Thank you. We'll take it.
Wonderful, wonderful. You do not have to pay now because you may stay multiple days. You pay when you check out.
Sounds
Very
good to
generous
me.
of you. Thank you.
This is Finley.
Is that custom for Finley? We haven't been here for. Oh, I don't think I've ever actually been here. Now that I think about it.
Right.
It's been a bit, been a bit for me.
Well, when it is different here. We You pay when you are done using a thing, such as a room, because you don't own it. You're not taking possession of it. If you go to the market, you buy spices, you give them money, they give you spices, but you are taking possession of it. Now
Ah,
you are just using it.
that makes sense.
It does actually.
We don't know how long we'll be here. It makes sense to like give it however long
You
we're here.
Yes, you know how much money you have. You know how much it costs. If it is okay, you stay. If you need to go sooner, you go.
Sage advice. Well, we thank you so much. Thank you.
What was your name, sir?
I am Abdul.
Thank you.
Of
appreciate it.
course, friends. Who is staying here, and I can take the others into the other room.
I will stay here.
Me too.
I'll go to the other room.
I'll go to the other room as well.
Okay. So as Abdul leads you across the hall, this place is a mirrored layout. So you literally just walk back down that central hallway until he gets to the stairs and leads you up. And then there you are in a very, very similar room. The cushions are different colors. Excuse me. In the first one, there were more reds and fuchsias. In this one, there are more blues. Yeah. And here it is. People think that because of the blue pillows, that it is actually cooler in this room. The air is the same.
Well, thank you very much.
Of course, my friends. So, I have already served supper. There might be a few things left over in case you're hungry. Of course, the market is going to be open for several more hours. You can grab something. So,
Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it. And where do we take supper? Just downstairs?
yes, down to the central hall where we came in. If on the one side you had the many rooms, on the other side is a large area to eat.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, the kitchen is connected, so it gets warm sometimes, especially when everybody is tight.
Mm. Well, we'll settle in and then we'll decide how we'd like to proceed with our evening. But thank you for letting us know about supper and the market.
So the market is going to be open for 4 hours after the sun has set.
Mm.
Is there any interesting things that people sell around there?
Variety of goods from all over. We don't get many goods from Idris anymore, but we still have a variety of things coming down from Clement, things that come all the way up from Godfrey.
Why?
Numerous.
Why nothing from Idris anymore?
Uh, they don't seem to be producing anymore.
Oh, such a shame.
Yes, it was. But this is the life we have.
Hmm.
Somebody insight.
Oh, insight check.
I'm not
Gonna
there.
Nat 20. 27 total. Give me the
Fuck
information.
Holt's gone.
I was just writing a note in my journal. I wasn't gonna be like, oh, I should investigate this.
This guy's the BBEG.
Yeah. This is the prince.
So many people died in one night, and they could have kept coming. They could have all died.
Hmm.
It is unfortunate the way things have happened. But Abdul is alive. His family is alive. And for that, even if it meant rolling over, he is grateful to his sultan.
What are you laughing about, Damon?
It just it proved the point. It
Uh-huh.
proved the theory. Yes.
Yeah, the Empire only prepared for 15 years before they launched their attack full scale in one night.
They could have sprung for 20.
They didn't need to. They already had what they needed.
Nah, they could have done more.
They got their contract with Adelaide and got airships.
Fuckers.
Fuckers.
So you sit here, you have your rooms. Of course, you can go back and forth and visit. You guys can go down to the market and grab anything you want to eat. The food here is ranges from parts of northern Greece to Egyptian to Middle Eastern.
Are the only things that we can buy in the market food related, or are there like trinkets or
Oh.
weapons?
Oh, there's trinkets. There's not a lot of weapon sales.
Okay.
But they do have smiths that can produce weapons. They just don't have them in bulk, just laying out on tables in the market. But
Now,
a
does this
variety of goods are available.
Does this inn have a swimming pool and or hot tub?
It does have a bath, and since that bath is on the roof, and the sun has just set, the water's still probably quite warm.
Mm. Phoebe on cams.
Phoebe on camps. He has come out.
Pueblocito.
Pueblocito indeed.
Well, interesting. So, is there anything anyone wants to get done? I think I've kind of figured out what's going on here.
You solved the mystery?
I'd say that much, but something makes sense. It's obvious. They surrendered to the Empire for safety, sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
So it saved their people, but the What the cost is, I don't know. That's the only thing I'm not 100% certain of.
Well, there's
That may
no real military presence here that we've seen. So
if it's just a you leave us alone, we leave you alone.
But they're
If
probably
that's
producing something for the Empire.
yeah,
Probably just food.
something has been exchanged because it's been 3 years,
Right.
and this city is
Intact.
intact. The buildings have not been
peaceful.
damaged. They did not come here. A deal was made.
I wonder if it has anything to do with those soldiers.
Maybe.
And I told that guard not to let those soldiers out of the barracks.
Well, I think they had
Kind of-
knowledge.
Well, yeah, of course they had knowledge, but I cannot believe that one soldier who had spent his entire life, presumably in Finley, didn't listen to a random stranger who just came in off of the war front in the streets. Bizarre.
Yes, Penny, that's quite bizarre.
Befuddling, even.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly did not know you were the protagonist.
Clearly did not know I was the main character. Did I not? Davin, do I not have good main character energy?
Davin kind of looks away.
Cypress!
Yes, Penny.
Cypress, do I have main character energy?
I think that implies that you have the capability of having any other type of energy. I think you just have Penny energy.
That's a great non-committal answer. Thank you.
Penny,
Thank you. I rehearsed it
Yeah.
at night.
I'm going to answer your question with the question.
Thank you, Norm. I'm prepared for this.
If you have to ask if you're the main character, what do you really think is the truth?
I
And then
don't like.
He just pulls out a cigar and then lights. And then he just eats the whole thing. I'm going to go to the hot tub now.
Well, God
Main
damn it, Norm. I was
character
about to
revealed.
say I would go to the hot tub.
Wow.
Fact.
Wow.
I'm
Still
going
has
to the market to think about what Norm just said to me.
Still has the pirate hat on.
Is gonna wear the pirate hat in the hot tub.
That makes sense. Nice.
Oh wait, I'm gonna go to the
Yeah.
market too.
Wait, what? Wait.
I'll buy a bunch of vegetables.
Do you want to go look at the vegetables with me, Norm?
Yes, that'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm going to make a soup.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask how. I'm just gonna let it happen.
Davin, do you want to go look at vegetables?
No.
Okay. Bye.
I think I'm gonna stick around here. I'm gonna go down to is there a common area where people are coming and going, maybe sitting? I know the dinner is done, but is there maybe a bar?
There's no bar, but where they do serve dinner, there are people currently in there playing games and drinking coffees and teas.
Nice. think I just want
This
to.
this atmosphere is a bit warm to be drinking alcohol this early in the evening.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I just want to sort of gather information and see how people are just interacting and engaging and kind of confirming um, what I'm thinking. One, to find out if why there's no Imperial presence. That's the main thing I want to figure out. Is why is there no Imperial presence here?
So you head down. Do you join a group or do you just sit
Uh,
nearby?
yeah, I'll join a little gaming group.
Okay.
Yeah.
People playing dice, dominoes. They've the past 100 years, cards have been introduced, so people are playing cards. Some people
Yeah.
are playing chess.
I will probably do dice.
Okay.
Yeah. Sort of start striking a conversation and just keeping it low key, sort of indicating that we came from Midport. We noticed there's a much bigger difference between this city and that city, you know, sort of bringing that kind of conversation up to the front, seeing what
Okay.
information I can glean.
Roll investigation or persuasion.
Okay. I'm better at persuasion. Not this time. So that is a 7. On persuasion.
But the Tempest has kept us safe. We are grateful.
The Tempest.
You automatically know that's one of the names of the 14 recognized gods.
Okay.
You've already met a 15th unrecognized.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Okay. Huh. And I'll keep playing. I won't just like get my information and be like done. That's probably what I'll be for like an hour or so.
So you travel to Midport.
Yeah. We've been traveling around for a while. We just left Midport a few days ago. This is a breath of fresh air in a ways. Just very warm and inviting. I like it.
It is a difference in culture, I think.
Yeah.
The desert is unforgiving, so the people must be.
That's a great way to put it. Kind of I'm surprised there's not more military here.
Concessions.
How do you mean?
We have no gates on the door, no doors at the gates to repel an army, and we have no army. With no ways to properly defend, it also means we could not attack.
That's true.
We pay our taxes, and we are left alone.
And that's been this way for this whole time?
3 years.
I would.
When the Empire came, the doors were opened. Soldiers stood at attention. No orders were given to fight.
So
and
they
the
just
Empire's might was known.
That must be nice.
It is the way. Well, the way of things this time.
Yeah. This time.
It was not so fortunate for Idris. We are a different culture, but we are the same people.
Yeah.
Our Sultan was a duke to them. Same family, royal blood.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Thank you for letting me play. I really appreciate it.
Of course, friend.
I think I'm going to head on to bed now. And I'll stand up and make my way back upstairs.
Don't forget to check the pillows for scorpions.
Ah!
Hate that.
You're joking, right? Right? Right.
It is rare. They don't like the plaster, but it can happen.
Cool. Thanks for that. And I immediately, once I'm upstairs, I am checking all the pillows for scorpions.
Roll investigation.
Oh no.
19.
You check through every pillow. No scorpions.
But what about the bed sheets?
There are no beds.
Yeah. This is just
There are large mattress cushions for a futon, but there are no beds. The sheets are literally just laid across them.
Okay. That's all I got.
So, even though it's very warm, as the sun has set and continues to go lower behind the horizon, where you were warm, you start getting chilly again. And you find yourself actually using the extra sheets to actually cover up with. You're all able to get a long rest. And that's where we'll call it tonight.
Awesome.
Now
There
I'm just
is-
going to be thinking if there's scorpions in my bed tonight.
Do you live in a desert?
It's going to feel like it tomorrow because it's going to be 103.
Okay. And do you have doors that shut and windows that shut?
In theory.
Do you open them?
Yes.
Do you leave them open for insects to come inside?
Maybe. I feel like if I answer this wrong, somebody's going to like try and break into my house tonight.
No.
Okay, so the answer is no. The doors and windows are all locked. You have central heat and air, and so the chance of insects and arachnids is far lower than in this environment in the game.
Yeah. Open air kind of.
So you're saying there's a chance?
So you're saying there's a chance that I could die in my sleep tonight via scorpions.
Via scorpions. Hey, but it also might be snakes.
Oh, shut up.
Could also be snakes. I'd honestly rather a snake than a scorpion. I know how to work with
Yeah,
snakes.
me too.
Although, here's a fun little cute fact about scorpions to make them not scary. And then we can sign off probably. They have like the ittiest bittiest little eyeballs on top of their heads, and they kind of look like little submarines if you think about it. So if you just think about that, they're not scary. If you think about any other aspect of a scorpion, they're scary.
Right.
Mhm.
I know personally I prefer neither in anywhere, like in my bed, in my house, within 100 miles of me. Like I'm
It's
good.
either or. It's not either.
Fuck. All right.
That scary
Wow.
prospect aside.
Sleep tight. Don't let the scorpions bite.
Yeah, we could do that.
So, thank you all for watching this episode of Gaea Chronicles. I have been your Dungeon Mistress, Dungeon Mistress Erica. I am joined by this amazing cast, starting from my right.
Hi, I'm Finn. I'm part of this amazing cast. I've been playing Penny Land, who's a summoner and has a dragon. You can catch me here at Vibe Tribe Productions as the DM for Between the Pros. That happens every other Sunday night. We'll be playing this coming up Sunday. You can also catch me on Halfling Wizard Productions, where I play Mr. Gentleman in the Liminal Blink, who is down a pinky and will not let go of that fact. And to my right,
And I'm Riku, playing Drolord, your time wizard tonight. You can find me on social media as Pup Riku or Puppy Riku. You can find me, and then otherwise, you can find me over on Halfling Wizard Productions, either in Wind Riders of Arya, where I play Captain Kedek, the Ponturi captain of the Wind Rider. You could catch that every other Wednesday every other Monday opposite this. And then starting this week, you can catch me on Dungeon Mastering Reign of Vecna, where Damon is actually one of my players. So come and check that out. I'm doing my last minute preparations for it, so this Thursday should be fun. And then starting this Saturday, you can catch me over there playing in the Queers campaign, which is alongside Connor, where we are anxiously awaiting to figure out what characters we're playing too for that. So can't wait to work on that.
Hey everyone, I'm Damon. You can find me as DMAGamer79 on most on TikTok or Twitter if you on the socials for those. You can find me here. Here I was playing Davin Wilstair, your Duskblade fighter. In Vibe you can find me also on alternating Tuesday nights playing in the Golden Feathers of Tian Tang. As Riku mentioned, I'm starting this Thursday. We'll be joining Halfling Wizard Productions, Reign of Vecna, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Yeah, that's me.
It's me. That's my turn. Hi, I'm Connor. I've been playing Cypress, the Herringon alienist apothecary, lover of some mind goblins, and yeah. You can find me here on Vibe Tribe in Between the Pros, as well as Gaea Chronicles, which is one you just saw, as well as El Juego. You can find me in some of our Season 2 stuff. You can also find me over on Halfling Wizard. I did the Codex Chaoticum with Riku, which was super fun. I'm also in Queers coming up. Very excited about that. Gonna be great. I have to message Mikey and tell him about my conflict on Saturday, but I'm sure that's fine. Yeah, that's what I said too, Riku. Anyway, also on Halfling Wizard, I'm in Liminal Blink, which is very exciting, and I'm gonna be doing stuff that you don't need to know about because it's not online. So subscribe to the channels and watch the stuff that I do online, and I'm not gonna give away more stuff about my personal life. So there you go. That's me. Dan, Tag, you're it.
Doo-doo. You said doo-doo. I'm Dan Sebastian. I played Norm Wallman, Plasmoid Armor Artificer. Whenever I'm not here, I'm also on Between the Pros as Mordau, the Goliath Barbarian, every other Sunday. And then every other Wednesday, I DM with the Liminal Blink. I play everybody else. And I cut off pinkies and replace them with really cool porcelain magic items. But yeah, and I'm just around.
All right. And of course, you can find me across all social media as Dungeon Mistress Erica. While here every other Monday on Vibe Tribe Productions, doing Gaea Chronicles. Every other Sunday, where I play Quill in Between the Pros. Every other Saturday, I am DMing a 5e Witcher campaign called Tarnished Silver. And that is on another channel with one of my dear friends, Hale_Munin. And of course, one of the things that's an upcoming project is a 9-episode mini-series for a Devil May Cry campaign. So, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful night, and check your best for scorpions.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's going to happen next time? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.